Well, good evening, and thank you everyone for coming. My name is Cheryl Muller, and I have got Dede Cole with me tonight, and you all are in for a treat. We are super pumped about tonight. It's going to be good, and we really titled it, Why Plexus, Why Now? And we're going to give you all of that information. We're going to talk a little bit about the products, or Dede's testimony is phenomenal. Okay. And then we're going to talk about streams of income because, in the words of our, I don't know, I don't know what you call him, our helper on the cruise, we asked him if he liked working on the cruise boat. And he said, well, I like money. That's what he said. And I'm like, okay, let's go. So we've adopted that philosophy because who doesn't? And we believe that it is such a gift to feel better. And we believe that people need to know that they can feel better. And even one step further, this business is such a blessing to so many, and it's changing people's lives like mine. So I am a diamond ambassador with Plexus. And that really means that I love Plexus. I've been with Plexus for almost 9 years. And when I started out, I was a customer back in the days where we had preferred customers. And I purchased one product. But little did I know that I would continue on and get to know that gut health was really the space that you wanted to be in, and it was going to change my health forever because I really didn't even understand what encompassed health, all the things that changed with me. And I'm just gonna open just a little bit before Dede speaks about, like, what is Plexus. Maybe you don't know exactly what Plexus is. We just say we love it and we feel good, and you can see how well we're doing. But really, Plexus is about gut health supplements. It is about really focusing on three pillars of health. It focuses on blood sugar balance, because so many people have issues with blood sugar. We focus on reducing inflammation because inflammation is the base of so many health issues. And we focus on gut health because we have learned over the years that gut health is the base of your health. Everything happens there. There's a whole gut brain axis where there's connection through our nervous system and our endocrine system. There are signals that go back and forth. And even sometimes people who have sugar cravings, and really that was me. I was kind of addicted to chocolate. I hate to say it, but I would eat it until I got sick. It wasn't so much a willpower thing, like, oh, just stop it. Well, I couldn't because the connections between my gut and my brain said, I want more, I want more. So it is, the gut health space is so fascinating, and it's growing like mad. It's a $50 billion industry poised to double to 105 billion. And people are demanding good products. In fact, great products, and we have got them. So I am going to introduce Dede to you. She started in January. She is an amazing person. I have known her for several years, and you could say that she helps me out a lot. So I'm going to let Dede tell you about herself. She's going to kind of give you some step-by-steps, a little bit about her health journey because it's been so amazing. And then we'll talk a little bit about the stream of income. So Dede, take it away.
Thank you, Cheryl. So I started back in January, actually January 1st. I woke up on the 1st and said, you know what? It's time to make a change. I looked at my boyfriend and said, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm done being fat. I need to make a change. And he was like, you're not fat. I said, no, but I am not comfortable with how I feel. I don't like what I'm seeing in the mirror. I'm done. Something needs to change. So I messaged Cheryl, who I have worked with now for about 4 years as her virtual assistant. I kind of knew, I was familiar with the products, had taken a few samples here and there for a couple of months, couldn't afford it, just didn't want to be able to, or didn't make it a priority to keep up with the products, and kind of fell off the wagon for a little bit. So I said, tell me, what do I need? What do I have to start with? I have some slim left over in my cabinet, and I have some active left over, and I've got that box of Reset that came with some sample for something, and I just haven't had the courage to get started yet. So I started that day with slim and active. It took me about a week to find my big girl panties and put them on and say, I can do this, and I can just not eat for 3 days. And it's just taking the products that are in that box for the Reset. But in those 3 days, it really boosted me forward, reset my metabolism, and really, really reset my mindset about food and what I needed to be eating. I was eating way too much. I was eating too much junk and crap. I haven't cut out carbs. I haven't cut out certain foods, but I learned how to count my macros, pay attention to getting more protein into my system, not eating so much fat, not eating so much carbs, putting the calories where they matter in my body and fueling my body right. So that's what I started with. I loved all of the products that were in Reset. It's kind of like a sample, if that makes sense, or a bunch of samples. I loved the Lean, which is a shake. And I also loved the triplex system that Cheryl was talking about. And I love the Restore, which is a like a liver detox, gets rid of all those heavy metals and all the junk in our systems from vaccines and all the NSAIDs we've taken over the years. So I said, those are the products that I want to add on. I don't know how I'm going to afford any of this. I'm a single mom of 3. How can I make this work? But also, I am not health coaching because it's not my thing. It's not my passion. So can you just do it all for me? And Cheryl said, yes, we can figure this out. But you're going to want to get the cost of your products covered, because yes, I know that this is going to make a huge difference for you. So if you just share that referral link that you got when you signed up, throws a few people into a chat, they're going to start asking questions. We're going to, do a couple of shout out posts. And as people start to get interested, we'll just make some 3-way chats and I'll help coach them. Well, long story short, I am 3.5 months in. I've lost 33 pounds. My energy and stamina is through the roof. I'm keeping up with my kiddos. I have more patience than I ever thought that I would. My headaches, which I was taking medication for, and I'm talking like heavy duty Excedrin multiple times, 4 or 5 times a week with headaches and migraines, virtually non-existent. If I do feel a headache coming on, I take an active, and that 95% of the time has gotten rid of my headache. I can count on one hand the number of times I've had to take Excedrin since the start of the year. So that for me is huge. Noticing that my allergy symptoms are a whole lot less. And I'm telling you, my allergies have been horrible since I was little. I've had 2 sinus surgeries that haven't touched them. So for allergy symptoms to be going away, that's huge. And I started last week with X Factor, which is a multivitamin that's supposed to really help with thyroid, because I am hypothyroid. So my plan, after seeing my primary today and getting some baseline blood work done last week, is to start cutting out that thyroid med too. So I want to be off all of my prescription stuff, NSAIDs, all of that extra stuff, and just fuel my body cleanly and naturally. And that's where I'm at for now.
Yeah. So, did you hear that Dede took it one step at a time? And I was here to guide her. That is the way that our team operates. And she just knew that she had to start, and she decided, because she knew that these products were gonna be a tool for her for what her goals were. But I love that that she really started out telling me, there's no way that I'm going to be able to afford these products unless I get them covered. So obviously, Cheryl, you do this for a job. So we talked about that, and really sharing the products is just about conversations and connections about what it is that you love. And I think that Dede has done really well with this. So Dede, tell me, just like, who were the first 3 people that you shared with, and just a little bit about how you've been able to really just make that part of your life, and just talking with people because you love the products.
So Cheryl said, what I want you to do is just start out with this post that says, hey, I started taking these new products. They've been amazing. These are some of the changes that I've seen already. If you're interested, comment, tag my friend, say hi. Cheryl's going to take care of you. So I set Cheryl up with a few friends that I knew from the book company that I have worked with over the years, Paper Pie. And I had a family member that jumped in, and a couple of other friends have shown some interest. And after a little while, Cheryl said, you know what, why don't you throw up another post about this change that you've noticed? Or I said to her, I haven't taken medication in weeks for my headaches. She was like, that's a post, put it up. So each time I've done something or put something in my story, somebody has said, oh my gosh, I can relate to that. I would love help with that. I've just found that it's so easy to share because I want others to be able to feel as good as I'm feeling. It's not so much that I'm saying my goal in life was to be a health coach. It's more like everybody deserves to feel as good as I'm feeling, and I want to just shout it from the rooftops and share it. So that's what we've done. We've set up some three-way chats. I just kind of let Cheryl take over, but in the meantime, I've seen how quickly she was able to just transition from, hey, this is Cheryl. Here's a little bit of information about Plexus. Here's some things I recommend. Dede will put a cart together for you, and bam, they place an order. And then I see this little bonus that appears in my bank account the next week, and I'm like, oh, I got paid. And then the next week, there's another little bonus. And at the end of March, I had added 7 people, earned over $700, and had a free iPad. It's just, it's
Right.
just happening, and it's such an easy system to duplicate. And knowing that I'm helping so many people along the way, it's got me motivated. It really does, and I just want to keep going. Last week I was able to take my kids to Dick's Sporting Goods, and I swiped my card. I swiped my card for over $500 for baseball equipment that I never could have afforded. The fact that I didn't have to say no to my kids was huge. They got bats, they got gloves, they got backpacks, they got batting gloves that they don't need at 8 years and 6 years old, but they got the stuff that they wanted because I could. The income's already made such a huge difference for my family, and I can't wait to see what comes next.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. And that is why we do what we do. We are making an impact in people's lives. And it really gives you freedom to go from where you are to where you want to go. Plexus is really that vehicle. And so, just a little background on me. Plexus is my full-time job. I am a brand partner with Plexus through and through. I will be here forever. But before Plexus, I was a CPA. I had had my own CPA firm for over 30 years. And I picked today, you guys, because it's April freaking 15th and I'm doing a Plexus Zoom. I don't have to worry about people's extensions or did you send me that information or whatever it is. You talk about freedom and options. That is what this gave me. So yes, I loved being a CPA and doing that. But just because I loved doing that doesn't mean that I can't want more. And that's the thing. People want more out of life. And Plexus was that answer for me. I looked at the compensation plan, all the 8 different ways that we get paid. We've got a free referral link. Plexus sets up the website, so you've got your own back office. It has customer service. It ships the products. The products are top quality and they work. So that's never anything I worry about. I always tell people, you're going to love the products, let me help you coach, and if you want to get them covered, we can do that too. It's never, oh gosh, I wonder if the products are going to work. It's like they do. And Plexus gives us everything that we need to really have, I've been describing it, it's almost like an online franchise, like a turnkey business. We've got all the systems in place on our team. We're a very successful team. And Plexus supports us with all of the stuff that we need, great products, a great compensation plan, and everything that we need. And that's what makes it such a great option. People, we're raised and we think we need a 9 to 5 job. And there are a lot of people who have a 9 to 5 job and do Plexus. There's not always an either or. I just wanted it to be my main job, but an extra stream of income is really nice. And so, you know, what people just want the freedom to do what they want in life on their terms. And that's really what Plexus is about. You don't have to call someone when your kids are sick. You don't have to ask for time off. But here's the thing, we work hard. We work hard and we have fun. Like that's the way our team operates. So if that sounds good to you, then you would totally love being on our team. But we just have the systems in place that make it work, and it duplicates. And so I wasn't really looking for an opportunity. That's the thing. Sometimes if people don't know what is out there, which is another reason we do these, then you don't even know that it's an option. So we share that freely, and we're proud of it. And we love being able to help people. So really, so tonight I just want to end and just saying that whoever invited you here, they care about you a lot, and get back to them for more information. You can message Dede or I about anything as well. And one of the other things that I love that I love to end these on is that healthy knows no age boundaries. So it doesn't matter if you're 20 or 60. I'm 62 and I'm just getting going. Like, I mean, it just doesn't matter. And I want you to think about, as we presented this opportunity, that are you making a living with what you're doing, or are you making a life? Do you want to make a life created how you want on your terms? So thank you so much for being with us, and we hope that we see you again. And we appreciate your time, because we know that time is the most valuable asset. So thanks a lot.
Thank you.